Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Today I rise to introduce the Qualified Immunity Accountability Act because no one is above the law or the Constitution. Across this country, we are witnessing a dangerous pattern. Federal law enforcement officers, specifically ICE agents, operating with near total impunity. We have seen constitutional rights violated, and we have seen communities terrorized. We have seen American citizens harmed and tragically killed without meaningful accountability and reform. And time again, the Department of Homeland Security has failed to act or rein in its agents. This is not how we uphold the rule of law in this country. Qualified immunity protects government officials, including police officers, from being held liable in civil lawsuits. Qualified immunity was meant to be a good faith protection to protect good faith officers from frivolous lawsuits. But that is not how it functions today. In practice, qualified immunity has become a get-out-of-jail-free card, a legal shield that blocks accountability even when an officer violates someone's constitutional rights or uses excessive force when none was needed. And I know this because as an attorney, I have tried these exact cases in court. My bill changes that. The Qualified Immunity Accountability Act lowers the standard for prosecution so federal law enforcement can be held accountable when they violate an individual's civil rights. It makes clear that no federal agent, ICE included, is above the Constitution, and when rights are violated, there will be real consequences. This bill simply reaffirms what is in the Constitution. It protects law enforcement who act in good faith, while ensuring that those who abuse their power cannot hide behind a doctrine that was never intended to excuse misconduct. Accountability strengthens public safety. It builds trust between communities and police. Proper accountability does not weaken this. There are so many brave law enforcement officers who do their jobs, serve their communities with honor and distinction. But unfortunately, we have had some bad apples who are spoiling the bunch, and in doing so are actually making it unsafe for law enforcement to do their jobs. Across the country, ICE agents have conducted raids without warrants, detained U.S. citizens, used excessive force, and torn families apart, often with little oversight and no consequences. Communities are left traumatized, afraid to report crimes, afraid to seek medical care, and afraid to leave their homes to live their daily lives. This is not public safety. This is government-sanctioned fear. When an agency can violate the Constitution and face no accountability at all, that agency is not enforcing the law, it is undermining it. The Constitution guarantees due process. It guarantees equal protection. It guarantees freedom from unreasonable searches and seizures. Those rights are not optional, and they are not discretionary. They are not suggestions. They do not disappear because someone wears a badge. This bill sends a simple message. If you violate someone's civil rights, you will be held accountable no matter who you are. I originally submitted this bill as an amendment to the ICE funding bill that was voted on yesterday, but Republicans in this House refused to even have any amendments on this important issue even considered. It is clear that they want to continue to give Kristi Noem and Donald Trump the green light to continue terrorizing our communities and have untrained ICE agents run rogue, killing American citizens. This is not how trust is rebuilt, and this is not how we restore faith in the rule of law. And that is not how we honor the oath that every public servant takes to support and defend the Constitution. Justice can never be conditional, and accountability can never be optional. I urge my colleagues to support the Qualified Immunity Accountability Act, pass the George Floyd Justice and Policing Act, and stand on the side of the Constitution, the rule of law, and the basic principle that justice must apply equally to everyone. Thank you, and I yield back.